Are you using any of these three excuses, any of these three lies? Because if you are using one, two, or three of them, I can promise you, you will delay your gratification to the point where you will never realize it ever in the course of your life. Are you actually doing these things? Are these things that you are guilty of? And if you are, correct them, put the truth of this podcast into action, and go fucking win. Now, today is a real talk. And this real talk is important because we're going to talk about a concept, actually three concepts that kill your success and productivity, okay? And here's what you need to understand. I'm just going to get right into it. When it comes to your success and your productivity, the reason you aren't getting shit done is not because you lack the time. It's not because you lack the talent. It's not because you lack the knowledge or the experience. The reality is, guys, it's always a mindset issue. You are believing the lies that keep you from being productive, okay? And there's a lot of lies, but let me tell you the big three, okay? Lie number one, I don't have the resources to get this done. What the fuck do you mean? Nobody has the resources to get anything great done. This is the mindset of the vast majority of people. The vast majority of people look around and they look at what they don't have and they say, well, that guy over there had this and this and this going for him, and that's why he's where he is and why I'm not there. Okay, and this is also why they never accomplish anything. Now, there's all kinds of people out there that play business, okay? And what I mean by playing business is it's these people that think they have to have all these things in order to get their business going. They got to have the shiny new latest MacBook Pro 5000 or this special heavyweight stationery paper or a perfect office with their name on the door, okay? These people think that those are the things that actually make them successful. They are the type of people who, when they go on a trip and they go down to the exercise room and they look at the shitty exercise room that the hotel has, they think, man, you know what? I can't really get a workout in, so they do nothing, okay? And that is the opposite mentality of what successful people have. Successful people have the mentality of this. I'm going to make the most of what I have because I'm going to get where it is I'm going no matter what happens. They have the mentality they're going to find a way to do more with less. Back when Chris and I first started our first business, we spent all of our money building out the building, all right? We maxed out our credit cards buying product. We didn't have any money for a marketing plan, but we had what I like to call, and what you've heard me refer to many times, as a zero options mentality. That meant that there was nothing else that we were going to do other than that, and we were going to become successful no matter what. We were either going to make the supplement business work or we were going to fucking die trying. Okay, zero options. There was no other option. So for this reason, it forced us to make the most of what we had. We removed everything else from the table other than success, and we said, okay, we don't have much, but we're going to make sure that it works for us. And since we didn't have any money for marketing, we figured out a way to build our business and get our customers to come back. So we became masters of this useful skill called customer experience and customer service. We provided so much value to our customers who came into the store that they came back, and guess what? They brought people with them. And guess what happened? Our business started growing. And now we have a company that's worth multiple billions of dollars. And we've done that in 24 years. And we did it by starting with virtually nothing. This happened because we didn't accept the lie, we don't have the resources for this, or we don't have this or that or this. And they had all these advantages. Motherfucker, everybody had every advantage over us. And they have it over you too, but that's no reason for you to not go anyway. Okay? You have to reject the lie that lack of resources is what's holding you back, because it will actually hold you back if you tell yourself that story. So you've got to make the most of what you have. You have to be determined to get more for less. Okay, that's how most entrepreneurs think that are successful. All the ones that you admire, all the ones you look up to, all the people you want to be like, this is how they think. This is how they operate. And here's the reality, guys. When you adopt this mindset, you'll find a way too, because there is no other option. All right, so that's lie number one. Remove the idea that it's the lack of resources holding you back. because it isn't. All right. Lie number 2. I'm too tired to handle this right now. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Every single great thing that you have ever used, every single product you've ever used, every single building you've ever driven by, every single championship you've ever witnessed, every single great human achievement, every single product that you use on a daily basis was created by people who were tired. Okay? Do you know what happens the minute you were born? You start to fucking die. And as you grow up, time and gravity and the elements put a stress on your system. And as the years pass by, you begin the process of slowing down and eventually dying. And every day that you get up, there are forces working to wear you out. This is just called life. This is why we have to eat. This is why we have to exercise. This is why we have to drink water. Okay, this is why we have to build ourselves into a formidable weapon. We have to constantly battle against the breakdown of our own strength, our own energy, and our own mental capacity. And you know what I'm trying to say by telling you this? I'm trying to tell you that being tired is part of the fucking game. Okay? So it's not a valid excuse. It's normal. It's a constant. It's part of being human. And if you want to be a high achiever, guess what? You're going to have to acclimate yourself to being fucking tired way more than you're not tired. Successful people understand this, guys. Successful people do not use tired as an excuse. In fact, they understand that if they push through the tired, everybody else stops when they're tired. And so by pushing through the tired, you actually create a gap between you and everybody else that you're competing with. And here's another thing that happens when you're tired. Because no one else ever pushes through when they're tired, and because you're someone that always pushes through when you're tired, you learn this unique skill set that allows you to operate at a high level when you're tired, okay? And that's a huge competitive advantage over everybody else. Let me give you an example on this, okay? Suppose it's 8 p.m. at night, and you've worked all day long like a dog, all right? But you know that you're gonna have to work through the night too to finish your critical task. You're very tired, you're exhausted, but you know something? You know that at 9 a.m. the next morning, you're gonna get paid $1 million for the work that you do right now. Are you still tired? Yeah, real tired. Do you still make it through the night? I bet you fucking do, okay? There's actually some sort of weird enjoyment that you get from being so dead tired and then pushing through, because you know that every single person you're competing with, every single person that is pushing on your coattails, every single person who's ahead of the game, further than you, you know that they're quitting when they get tired. And so you get satisfaction. It helps build confidence. It helps build momentum. It helps build you into someone that believes in yourself. And this is an important point of pushing through when you're tired. Now, am I sitting here saying, oh, well, you need to run yourself into the dirt? That's not what I'm saying. That's what the politically correct, socially correct people will say. Oh, Andy's saying run yourself into the dirt till you're dead. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. I'm saying don't be a weak little bitch. I'm saying that everything great that you've ever looked at in your entire life was built by tired people. And if you want to be one of the great people that builds amazing things, you're going to have to do so tired as well. That is the way it works. Are you tired? Are you tired right now? I bet you are a little tired. That's normal. But guess what you can do? You could still act, you could still execute, you could still work, and you could still be successful. In fact, working when you're tired is what is going to make you successful. So fuck off with this bullshit about how tired you are. Nobody cares, and nothing great was ever achieved without of it. It's a part of the recipe. Being tired is a part of the success recipe. So get used to it, okay? Now, lie number 3, and this is the biggest one that we all tell. I'm guilty of this as well. This can wait till tomorrow. You guys know that I talk openly about this thing called the bitch voice a lot, all right? The bitch voice is that voice inside your head that is always negative, that always tells you why you can't do something or why you shouldn't do something. And the reason the bitch voice is so effective on all of us is because it is the exact voice that knows exactly what to say to get us to pause or to get us to wait or to get us to put off for tomorrow what needs to be done right now. This can wait till tomorrow is one of the most effective lies the bitch voice uses. Why is this so effective? because it's not telling you to give up. It's not saying, hey, bail out on your dreams. It's just telling you to pause until tomorrow. Okay? It's not telling you to stop working on your goals. If it did that, you'd be alert to the bitch voice. So it comes in real creepy like, and it tells you, hey, you did enough today. This can be done tomorrow. And that sounds good when you're tired. That sounds good when you're worn out, right? Man, I have done a lot today. I know I didn't finish exactly what I'm supposed to finish, but this can actually wait tomorrow. Okay? And this is why it's so effective. If it was more obvious, if the bitch voice was more aggressive, you'd notice it right away and you'd say, hey, the bitch voice is talking to me. Hey, fuck off, bitch voice. That's what you'd say. Okay? You might say, oh, I better take action right now because I'm getting talked out of it by my own weakness, which is exactly what's happening. They're just doing it real smooth. Okay? And then you would be motivated to go back to work, but that's not the point of the bitch voice. The bitch voice isn't stupid. The bitch voice is not an amateur. The bitch voice knows exactly what to say at exactly the right time to get us to pause and wait and ultimately procrastinate our dreams away. Okay? It doesn't want you to feel totally defeated. It doesn't want you to feel totally demoralized because in your misery, you're going to find the resolve to start again. Only this time, you're going to work that much harder because you know the voice is coming. The bitch voice only wants to delay your win, to delay your work. It wants you to just put off getting things done for one more day, all right? And one more day leads to another day, and then it leads to another day, and then it leads to a week, and then it leads to a month, and then it leads to years. Guys, this is how I got to be 350 pounds. I told myself I was going to start every Monday for 4 fucking years. I never started. And the reason I didn't start was because I was told every single day, hey man, you're tired, you're stressed, business is hard. Look, we'll tackle this at a later time. Only that little later time accumulates and accumulates and accumulates until we're to a point where the mountain's so big that you're demoralized by the mountain. And then you lose. Okay, so it's very important to understand that this excuse, this lie that we tell ourselves about things waiting till tomorrow will ultimately cost you everything. You never start tomorrow. You always wait. And then you end up with a mountain so big you don't even want to climb it. So what's the answer? It's to do it now. All right. Why should you do it now? Because it's what I've said a billion times before on this show. All right. And I said it earlier in this talk too. Action gets results. It's an equation of math. It's 1 + 1 = motherfucking 2. And if you take action right now, you are that much closer to the place that you're struggling to be, the place that you're angry at yourself for not being will come to fruition that much faster if you go now. Okay, so you cannot continue to tell yourself over and over and over and over and over again to wait because there is no better time than now. If you do it now, the results happen faster. And that's what you're ultimately after. The quickest way to get to where you want to go is by taking action right now and continuing to take action and pushing through these lies, especially this one about, I'm going to wait till tomorrow so that you can make the result happen faster for yourself. Do you want this result to happen when you're 100 or do you want this result to happen a year from now? It's up to you. Okay. The bitch voice knows this too, guys. Okay. That's why it wants to delay your actions. Okay. It delays your actions so it can delay your progress. It can delay the achievement of your goals. It can delay the success that you're so desperately after, and it can delay your happiness. So don't fall for it. When you hear the bitch voice whispering, make sure that you call it out right away. Don't procrastinate. Don't put off your success. Don't delay your win. And remember, the quicker that you act now, the quicker that the results will assimilate and appear in your life. So go right now. All right. These are 3 main lies that fuck up your whole life. They fuck up your whole success and everything that you're trying to become. All right. I don't have the resources to get this done. Bro, nobody has the resources. That's what forces the creativity. That's a skill that you will have a massive advantage with over all of your competitions 10 years from now. So what you're competing with someone that's better funded? So what you're competing with someone with rich parents? So what you're competing with someone with all the shiny new tools and everything that they need to succeed? Those people will use those things as a crutch. And then 10 years from now, when they have to make a creative decision, they won't be able to make it because they never honed the skills, because they were never forced to, because they never understood what it meant to work without actual resources. Okay? I'm too tired to handle this. Man, fuck you. everybody's tired. That's all I got to say about that. Every single great thing that you've ever looked at in your entire life was created by tired people. Just keep that in mind. This can wait till tomorrow. That's just your own weakness. That's your own weakness telling you to put your success off until tomorrow with no intention of actually following through tomorrow. Okay? It kills your success. It kills your progress. It kills all your dreams and goals. And ultimately, it kills your happiness. All right? Now, take these three things and be aware of them. Are you using any of these three excuses, any of these three lies? Because if you are using 1, 2, or 3 of them, I can promise you, you will delay your gratification to the point where you will never realize it ever in the course of your life. Now take this shit I'm telling you. Watch it over again. Think of it. Are you actually doing these things? Are these things that you are guilty of? And if you are, correct them, put the truth of this podcast into action, and go fucking win. Most people will never get past these 3 objections that they create in their own mind. And if you can, you will have a massive competitive advantage over the course of your entire life over everybody else. And that's what we ultimately want.